I am on a mission to empower conscious entrepreneurs, authors, speakers, and coaches to their highest divine success. I believe that the number one asset that you own is right here. It's in your mind and it's in your heart. It's the wisdom and knowledge that you already have within you. Now, the question is, how do we turn your number one asset into property? Well, we call that intellectual property. And in my lovely artistic diagram, you can see right here, we have you and your message. Intellectual property is where we take what's in your mind and put it onto paper. Put it into a tape. Well, maybe not tapes anymore, but you get what I mean. Put it into a DVD and even put it into a hardcover book. But what we're doing is we're taking what's here and putting it down into a product. And we're doing that once. We're sharing our knowledge once, and then we can offer it to people and sell it over and over and over again. What does this have to do with blogging? As you know, that this is part of my series of videos leading up to my upcoming group coaching program, which is called Blogging to Bliss. I wanted to teach this concept of intellectual property now because I believe this is where we're going. And blogging is the first step to creating your intellectual property. I want to give you a couple of examples of some people that have really leveraged their intellectual property. I'm sure you all remember Richard Simmons and Sweatin' to the Oldies and his short purple polka dotted shorts and his tank top and his curly hair and his outrageous personality. In fact, I still think I have one of his DVDs, or not DVDs, VHS tapes in the basement. I don't know if I'll be able to part with that one. He didn't work for 8 hours a day teaching people aerobics. He would create one awesome class, deliver it once, have it recorded, done. And then he'd sell it over and over and over again. So he got what was in his mind and in his heart and what he was inspired to teach, and his personality, that was a big part of it. But he packaged it into a product that could be sold again and again. Another person that has done this really well is Suzanne Somers. We all remember her from Three's Company. Well, in the last 10 years, she's really got into women's health and aging and beauty. And the interesting thing with her is she is not a medical expert, but she has written books about how to age gracefully and age healthfully. What she has done is she's actually connected herself with some doctors who are experts in the field that she's passionate about. So she's created intellectual property, not even from her own mind, but by tapping into and working as a team with other experts. So that's another way to create intellectual property. The possibilities are endless. But let me tell you why it all starts with blogging. So what is a blog really? I get asked this all the time from clients. Well, I don't know what to blog about. Well, let's brainstorm some ideas right here. Okay? So you can blog about your personal stories in your own life. Even what happened on this weekend. So you can write about personal stories, or you growing up, or significant events in your own life. But now the difference is, and this is something I'm going to be teaching you specifically how to do in my Blogging to Bliss group coaching program, is how to turn those stories so that they are now relevant to your audience. So you aren't just journaling about them, you're making it relevant to them and teaching them a lesson and inspiring them through your stories. And I actually have a specific template and strategy, blogging strategy, that I'm going to be teaching you in the Blogging to Bliss program. Okay, so what else can we write about in blogs? So we can write about stories. We can write about our aha moments. We can write about books that we have read and inspired us. We could actually do book reviews. You know, my husband Brendan, he made a whole website all based on A New Earth and the Power of Now. He was essentially blogging about The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And he had thousands and thousands of people download his ebooks where he was explaining in his own words what Eckhart Tolle was teaching in the book. It was kind of like a Cole's Notes version of A New Earth and the Power of Now, which was really cool. So that's another thing, is it doesn't even need to be your own content. It can be other people's content, other people's books, but you're explaining it in your own words. You know, Marianne Williamson did this in her book, A Return to Love, where she put into her own words the book, A Course in Miracles, which is a bit difficult to read. You can be blogging about different events, current events, what's happening in the news, what's happening in politics. You can be blogging about that, talking about that. You can be teaching lessons. You know, I've worked with tarot card readers, and she started to create her own tarot deck by blogging about the different things, and each blog turned into its own tarot card. Pretty cool. Same with if you understand crystals, you can be blogging about the meaning of different crystals and how that can impact someone's life. If you're a healer, you can be blogging about different healing modalities that can help people, or different acupressure points or different oils that can help heal people. If you're a writer or an author, you know, blogging is a powerful way to write your book. And that's where I'm going with this intellectual property and starting with the blog. Because really, after you have been blogging for a few months, even a year, you will have enough content that you can package and put into an ebook, or put into an audiobook, or put into an actual book that then is your intellectual property. One of my latest clients, after she blogged for 6 months, she had enough content that she created her first workshop, which was really exciting, and it was a breakthrough moment for her because she was moving from being a student to being the teacher. But it took her some time of finding her own voice and expressing it until she'd had enough content that she said, hey, this is my workshop. This is what I'm going to be teaching others. And I said, yes, yes it is, and yes you can, and you can too. In my upcoming coaching program, Blogging to Bliss, we're going to be going into specific detail about how to write about each of these topics and more. And I'll be doing hot seats with people one-on-one, which is going to be really cool. And I'll be giving my intuitive insights as to give you feedback on what your message is and how you can strengthen your message and reach your tribe a lot more effectively. I believe your number one asset is right up here, and blogging is an awesome way to get that started and get you on the path to developing your own intellectual property. So I hope you join me in my next video, and stay tuned. Let's have some fun. I'd love to know your aha moments from watching this video, and specifically, what do you want to express, share, and create? Everyone who leaves a comment will be entered into a draw for your chance to win a free 20-minute blogging makeover with myself. So leave a comment below and let's continue the conversation.